She reads his diary. January 1st, day 1. January 2nd, day 0. Lin Fan is a total creep.
This guy has 0 willpower. He couldn't even last 2 days. Wait, Zhao Qinglin, what are you even thinking? Get a grip, girl. Seriously, from June 9th all the way until today, that is 3 whole months.
He actually kept this crazy streak going. Did he turn into some kind of monk?
Oh, achoo! Well, if he was going to go that far.
He should have shown some manly confidence, or maybe acted a bit more cute and sweet to get her attention.
Tell them to call me back. I have got some things up there, you know?
Do you want more? I would dare to go. Just give it to me. I do not mind.
June 9th, celebrating the college entrance exams end with a massive self-reward. His body collapsed.
And that is exactly how he ended up in the hospital. What a complete idiot. Then on August 10th, he met this absolute trash support player.
She died 20 times in 15 minutes, so he flamed this dummy for a whole month.
Her username was Elven Beautiful Girl.
He was so mad, he literally asked if she got hit by a truck. Now she's asking her uncle to track down her stolen suitcase as fast as possible. It has her valuables, so she wants bodyguards to accompany her just in case. To get it back. Meanwhile, he leaves his number at a shop, hoping she will return his wrong suitcase.
Then they text each other. Good evening, dummy.
She asks if he took the wrong meds today because he stopped trash talking. She teases him, asking if he actually likes being scolded. He says he is not that weird, but she warns him tomorrow is his unlucky day. He laughs it off, asking how exactly he is going to be unlucky. Is she going to crush him with her 300-pound body? He tells her to bring it. She hopes he keeps that same energy tomorrow. He claims he is always tough. She warns him not to talk big because tomorrow he is going to suffer. He tells her to face him in real life instead of just bragging online. Next day, Lin Fan introduces himself to his new class after leaving the hospital. The teacher asks him to share his hobbies, but he prefers keeping a low profile. Alright, so our main character finally shows up at school, and get this, he is actually a total handsome guy. The girls are immediately whispering, trying to get his contact info. They are offering boba just to get his number. He is way too popular. His buddy tells him to hang in there and pretend they do not know each other. But then, the gorgeous campus beauty Zhao Qinglin walks into their freshman classroom. Why is a broadcasting major in the literature department? Did she fall for him too? He nervously greets his senior sister. She speaks in that silky voice and boom, she is the gaming dummy he flamed. She teasingly asks if he wants to study together and what color notebook he prefers. She specially prepared one just for him. Remember when you told me to face you in real life? She whispers. She challenges him to study together and climb the class ranks. Does he dare accept? Meet her at noon, or she warns him his college life will end early.
She is ruthless, using his private diary to blackmail him. She definitely took a suitcase.
Lin Fan thinks his senior is going way too far, but she totally disagrees. He literally flamed her online for a whole month, so she wants payback. She orders him to meet her at noon, threatening him with absolute social death if he bails. Right after, Lin Fan's classmates ask if he and Senior Zhao were secretly dating before. But class is starting and his lips are completely sealed. After class, he texts her to ask where she is, and she points him to the second floor. Suddenly, this rich kid named Wang Zhengtong blocks his path, demanding Zhao's contact info. He claims he skipped studying abroad just to chase her, calling our main character a broke loser. He demands the number immediately, but Lin Fan finds his desperate obsession absolutely disgusting. The guy tells him to watch his back before storming off. Lin Fan shrugs him off and heads to the restaurant to meet his gorgeous senior. And when he sees her sitting there, she is looking absolutely stunning. She asks if she is really that scary, and he points out her massive squad of bodyguards. Honestly, having a personal army follow you to lunch is high-key wild. Zhao just laughs it off, clearly used to getting whatever she wants. But then, she looks out the window making a totally bizarre comment. She claims the sun is super bright today, making Lin Fan wonder if she lost her mind. I mean, it is literally pouring rain outside, so he jokes she must be blinded by his good looks. He asks to share her food, and she generously tells him to eat as much as he wants. Since she cannot finish it alone, he thanks her, but she is secretly plotting how to bully him. Out of nowhere, she tells him that he needs to become her personal puppy. She points at her 20,000 yuan princess dress, demanding he pay her back or face social death.
And she is not bluffing either, since she holds his secret diary as major leverage. Lin Fan panics, explaining he only has 2,000 yuan and offers to wash it and pay 1,500.
But she refuses, saying a dirty dress is trash now, leaving him completely desperate for a solution. She tells him to hand over the 2,000 first, leaving the remaining 18,000 for later. He begs to keep 500 for his monthly food budget, which completely blows her mind.
She honestly cannot believe how broke he is.
Lin Fan just sighs, reminding her that not everyone is born filthy rich. Hearing this, she decides to let him off the hook for the money. Instead, she says if he becomes her puppy for a month, the debt is cleared.
She brags that countless guys would kill for this chance, but she rejected them all.
So he should feel incredibly honored to move in and live together with her. Lin Fan is totally flabbergasted, asking if she is actually some kind of closet pervert.
He finds it super degrading, but she is shocked he is even trying to refuse.
He stands his ground, declaring he has self-respect and will never be her dog.
But then she drops the bait. 0 debt, plus a monthly salary of 10,000 yuan. 10 grand a month? Bro, that is actually crazy. Most college grads do not even make that much.
Even so, Lin Fan holds on to his pride, saying it is not about the money.
So she doubles it to 20,000, promises full benefits, and vows to keep his diary a secret.
She even offers to hire his parents at her dad's corporation and fully fund his college tuition.
Everything is fully covered, leaving Lin Fan completely speechless.
He pleads with her not to buy his soul, but she realizes bribery might not work.
She sighs, telling her massive team of bodyguards to turn their backs.
What is she planning now? Lin Fan can only prepare himself for the worst.
She thinks Lin Fan has feelings for her, but he immediately tries to reject her.
But Zhao Qinglin threatens him. If she calls the cops for bullying, he is definitely getting arrested. He cannot believe she is playing this dirty, but she is not even close to done. If he does not agree, she will leak his secret abstinence diary and ruin his reputation. Now she is literally asking if he is ready to be her puppy to keep her quiet. On top of that, she promises him all the insane perks she mentioned before,
including living under the same roof, eating together, and sharing everything.
And even sleeping together. So Lin Fan folds, and she immediately whips out a contract.
Honestly, the fact that she had a contract ready proves she planned this whole thing. But Lin Fan complains that being on call 24/7 is impossible because of classes. She easily compromises, telling him to come over after class, but he worries about the nights.
He asks if he has to sleep over, and she says obviously, since he is busy all day.
Otherwise, her money is wasted, so she tells him to wait for her at the school gate. She wants him to warm her bed and demands her suitcase back too. Later, his roommate notices him looking depressed and asks if he is scared of Huang Zhengtong. The roommate jokingly promises that even if Huang Zhengtong beats him to death, he will collect his body. Lin Fan appreciates the sentiment, but he would rather skip the whole corpse collecting part. He explains he is moving out, which completely shocks his roommate, who calls him a total coward. But Lin Fan defends himself, calling Huang Zhengtong a simp he can easily outrun. Right on cue, the simp confronts him to settle their score from earlier. Lin Fan just sighs and tells him he is being incredibly boring, which confuses the guy.
He tells the guy to just go ask the senior out instead of bothering him.
Since he chases Lin Fan around all day, people might actually think they are secretly dating. Lin Fan even asks if the guy has a crush on him, sparking instant rumors. Furious, the guy challenges Lin Fan to a fight at the school gate. Lin Fan is not having it, replying he is not his dad and will not go.
He refuses to move, daring the guy to do something about it. But things escalate, and everyone watches as the opponent starts the fight.
Lin Fan retaliates with crazy speed, looking nothing like someone who just left the hospital. Just then, a gorgeous girl pulls up in a Ferrari, turning everyone's heads. It is Zhao Qinglin, the top-tier school beauty, and a crowd of simps immediately surrounds her. They beg for photos, claiming to be her biggest fans from the esports club. Even more fans swarm her, eagerly begging for pictures together. But she cold shoulders every single one of them, demanding they leave her alone.
Then, one salty guy tries to call her out for throwing herself at a freshman. He throws insults, making the crowd gasp at his horrible attitude.
But Zhao Qinglin is not one to play nice, ordering her bodyguards to hold them.
The instigators start panicking as the bodyguards close in on them.
She wants to personally slap them for their big mouths.
Right on cue, Lin Fan arrives, laughing at the chaos. She thanks him for the suitcase, but he worries she is about to cause a scene.
She claims she is extremely gentle, while Lin Fan asks why everyone is kneeling.
She casually guesses they just like kneeling, which makes zero sense.
Lin Fan jokes they should take them somewhere else as he has a soft heart.
She absolutely loves his suggestion, praising him for being so thoughtful. She flexes her entire garage of supercars, telling Lin Fan to pick one, so he chooses a sleek ride.
But then she asks if he actually has a license, and he has to admit he doesn't.
He was planning to take the test after graduation, but then he ended up getting hospitalized instead. She sighs that they can't go without a driver, so she agrees to take the wheel herself. But mid-drive, she starts getting playful, making him beg her to actually focus on the road.
She just laughs it off, claiming this high-tech car basically drives itself anyway.
Since she is bored behind the wheel, she demands that he let her tease him for a bit.
Lin Fan completely panics, telling her to at least wait until they get out of the car.
She instantly agrees to the deal, telling him he has to undress once they arrive. Talk about zero boundaries.
She warns him that he needs to serve her well tonight.
And all he can do is awkwardly promise to try his absolute best.
Once they get inside, she immediately orders him to take off her shoes, noticing his hesitation. She asks if he is feeling sick, but he quickly shakes it off and complies. Then she dumps a pile of clothes on him, but he protests that he is not her maid. Taking off shoes was one thing, but washing her dirty clothes and scrubbing her sneakers is too much.
He asks why a rich heiress like her does not have a professional maid to do this.
She snaps back, asking if he really has a problem with it, claiming maids are just annoying. Since she hates anyone touching her stuff, she never hired help. Usually she just discards her clothes. She wears everything exactly once, then throws it away or burns it. Lin Fan is completely baffled. If she just throws them out, why is she making him wash them?
She tells him to shut up and remember his place as her pet. He must do as told.
Otherwise, she has 10,000 different ways to make his life a living hell. Honestly, guys, this rich girl is on a whole different level of power tripping. She really enjoys having total control over him, and poor Lin Fan has no escape. But wait, is he actually starting to get used to this crazy dynamic? Suddenly, she catches him staring and demands to know what he is looking at. Caught red-handed, he stammers out that he is just looking at a beautiful girl. That smooth answer pleases her, so she orders him to blow-dry her hair next. Talk about an absolute boss lady. She has him doing literally everything for her. He is basically her personal servant now, but he cannot even complain. This dynamic is low-key hilarious, but you can feel the tension building up.
She is definitely testing his limits to see just how far he will go.
And honestly, Lin Fan is handling it surprisingly well. He just keeps quiet and does what he is told.
Finally, she decides she has played enough games for one day. She tells him to put the dryer away and go grab her takeout from the door. At the door, her butler, Uncle Wang, threatens Lin Fan, warning him not to dare hurt her.
Lin Fan sighs, telling the older man that he is actually the one being bullied here.
After grabbing the food, he asks his senior what to do with the leftover skewers.
When he asks if they should refrigerate them, she tells him to just throw them out to be destroyed.
She explains that anything she touches can never be used by others, especially food.
She would literally rather burn her leftovers than let anyone else eat them. Talk about an absolute control freak. This girl is actually crazy. Then she randomly remembers he is still there and drags him over to play video games. And honestly, he has no idea what he is getting into. She teases him about the text he sent last night, threatening to kill her. Oh, she's so terrified. He desperately apologizes, swearing he had absolutely no idea that account belonged to her. If apologies worked, we wouldn't need bodyguards. She dares him to try and make a move right now. Did this kid actually try to touch her? She asks if he has a serious death wish. Of course he did, since she literally dared him to, but she warns Lin Fan not to talk logic. Even if she said yes, he still shouldn't have done it. She asks what he's daydreaming about, calling him out for looking completely malnourished.
He claims he was just zoning out and apologizes, quickly changing the subject to their game rank.
She absolutely is. Apparently, the whole reason she moved out of the girls' dorm was to grind ranks. She demands that he change his username immediately. He offers to change it for her. When he asks if he can choose, she says no way. If he keeps this name, she will add 10,000 yuan to his monthly salary. Hearing that, he promises never to change it. Time to start the match. She asks why he died already, and he blames a hand slip. Suddenly, she warns him that touching any higher would be crossing a line. He panics. He swears it was an accident, but she does not buy it, demanding he admit his mistake. When asked what he did wrong, he says he should have just stuck to touching her legs. She snaps that is not the issue, leaving him wondering if legs are banned too? No, she actually means he went completely AFK during their ranked match, ruining the game for the team. They scramble to finish the match, and somehow they actually grab the victory. Since it's late, she calls it a night, but says he has to face punishment for his wandering hands. He has to sleep right by her bedroom. Specifically, right at the doorway, with his pillow pressed against the door. When he complains that sounds too easy, she threatens to make him run naked at the school gates. Running 200 meters naked is a hard pass for him, so he begs for mercy and happily agrees to the doorway setup. The next morning, she insists on driving him to school, refusing to take no for an answer. Uncle Wang hands him some breakfast to eat on the way, which he quickly accepts. Uncle Wang casually asks if they slept together, but Lin Fan quickly denies it. Then Uncle Wang asks if he actually likes Qinglin. He admits he physically likes her a lot, but mentally she's still growing on him. Uncle Wang teases him for being a total player, though Lin Fan insists he's never even dated. But honestly, being a player doesn't matter because Qinglin has a very unique personality. She has zero interest in other men, making Lin Fan the very first guy she's ever brought home. Her dad's health is currently failing, meaning if Lin Fan treats her right, the entire family empire will eventually be his. Lin Fan is stunned, explaining that even if he wanted to try, she probably just wants to get back at him rather than actually liking him. Once he gets to school, everyone is staring. Who is this insanely handsome guy in the luxury car? Girls are swooning, wondering which department this ridiculously rich second-generation heir belongs to. They immediately swarm him for his contact info, but he claims he didn't bring his phone. He just repeats that excuse to get away. Then, a girl named Liu Xiaoyao steps up, asking if they can connect. She asks if he has a problem with her since he is actively avoiding her. He sheepishly replies that he is just a conservative guy, making her feel insulted. When she acts dramatic, he tells her to back off. First, he is not a senior. He is actually a freshman, just like her. Second, they are a terrible match, so she should definitely find another target. He clearly got a good look, but is still acting all innocent. She pretends she has no idea who he is, telling the handsome guy to guess her identity.